Hey guys, Mars guys here, bringing you a brand new video. And I know this is one of my first times making a commentary video, but I really feel like this is one of the videos that really should go out there for many reasons, and I'm making this video based on my certain opinion, so you are free to disagree in the comment section if you like. If you're new here, please leave a like and subscribe if you can. I would really appreciate it. Alright, so let's hop on right into the video. As you may click the video knowing that it's about what would make Fortnite better, or what I believe would make Fortnite better. And what I'm looking at right now is mini shields and a vending machine. So these are actually two separate things that I want to talk about, and I want to talk about mini shields first. In case you didn't play before chapter 2, or I believe would be before season 6 chapter 1, where they took off mini shields. You used to be able to carry 10 mini shields, and the reason why I bring up 10 mini shields is because as of right now you carry a lot less, obviously, and I feel like it's balanced maybe for solos, but when it comes to duos and squads, I feel like you run out of mini shields a lot quicker if your squad is that squad, you know, that runs into a lot of encounters with a lot of enemies. I feel like carrying 10 mini shields would be a lot better, because, you know, many teammates like to carry different types of meds. You know, maybe there's that teammate that likes to carry medkits, that teammate that likes carrying fish, and so on, etc. But I really feel like that would make the game better if you were able to carry 10. As for the minis, that's pretty much it. And getting into the vending machine, back then, I believe vending machines were introduced around maybe the beginning of season 4, if not the middle. Vending machines were such a great addition, in my opinion, because you were able to buy any, well, not any weapon you want, but, you know, there'd be different rarities of vending machines where you could buy like an AR, maybe a SCAR, or a heavy shotgun. And it was so great. You could exchange your mats, even though it'd be like, you know, would kill your mats super quick, and you had to harvest all over again, or kill an enemy to get your mats back. But my general idea of the vending machine right now is it would be great if you could see vending machines around the map, but it was exclusively only for shields and meds, and buy the meds and shields for a certain type of currency. And for the currency, I'm gonna get into that a little bit later, but as of now, that's it for the vending machine. Alright guys, moving on. Another thing I want to talk about is a mechanic that I feel would work better for controller players first, that aren't as good as obviously the keyboard and mouse players. You know, I feel like this is such an important mechanic that would be added. I feel the idea was brought in by Ghost Aiden a few months back. He was talking about reset on release, where you would hold reset and it would confirm, right? So that mechanic hasn't been added, and it's one of the mechanics I really feel should be added. But I feel, so I have a certain idea of my own, which I feel would be neat, would be super cool, and I feel like there should be 3 different type of settings for this. So if you're gonna have reset on release, I feel like you should have instant reset. Because instant reset would honestly just be you clicking. So if you're a controller player and you use R3, you honestly just click R3 and it resets by itself instantly. And that'll be great, because, you know, if you watch people who play on keyboard and mouse, you know, they have you know, they can reset real quick just by simply using scroll wheel, and both their platforms reset real quick. Pretty much it for mechanics. I think that's the only mechanic I have on this list right now. Alright guys, next item on the list, I'm not gonna get too much into this because there's not really much. It's kind of just a thing that I feel like would make Fortnite. I know this is not a really good representation of what I'm gonna try and talk about right now, but what I want to talk about is the Storm Shield. And the Storm Shield is something that Fortnite has given to the Chinese servers. In the Chinese servers, Fortnite players get to play in the Storm, but to get a separate type of shield that we get for more health and shield. So you see how we have the 2 bars on the bottom of our screen. They have a 3rd bar, which is only for the Storm. So once they lose that in the Storm, they are eliminated. They are gone. But I feel it would be something cool that we could have in my version, or something I would change from it, is having that Storm Shield, and then letting, after that Storm Shield is gone, our health starts going down. So I feel like it's kind of cool, you know? I feel like it's something that would be super cool to have, that the Chinese servers have, you know? But, you know, there's nothing much to get into it, you know? It's something cool that I feel Fortnite should add. Alright guys, 4th thing on the list is what I was trying to talk about earlier, is the currency. So, in case you didn't know, Fortnite added these gold coins a few months back. on creative, and people thought it was going to be used as a currency or something, or they thought it was going to be like a certain type of building material. But no, it's this gold piece that I was talking about. It's kind of currency, and I feel it would be cool to use in stuff like vending machines when you're trying to buy meds and stuff. But yeah, no, this is another thing I wanted to add. Not much to get into it, but you know, it'd be a cool thing to add. Alright guys, fifth thing on my list that I want to talk about would be a weapon station, or a buy station as they call it in Warzone. You know, I don't know if Fortnite can actually do something like this. I know they ripped off the reboot ban from the respawn thing they had in Apex. But you know, it'd be cool to have like a buy station on Fortnite and to buy certain weapons, or even in my version, or what I think would be super cool about this buy station would be being able to buy an unvaulted weapon. You know, a weapon that's not in the game, a weapon you can only get at a certain spot in the map. So imagine being able to buy you know, a blue drum gun, purple heavy sniper. You know, it'd be super cool to have in the game, in my opinion. And another thing that would be super cool about this buy station would be able to put in another method to reboot your teammates. So you know how you can reboot your teammate in a reboot ban and they spawn right next to you. In the buy station, I'd say reboot your teammate, but the flaw would be they're gliding in from the sky, so you wouldn't be able to drop mats or weapons or any of that. They just come from the sky without a gun or mats. They have to go and reloot all over again. To, in my opinion, would make it really fair, but also give you another way to bring back your teammate if you can't get their card, or you can't get to a reboot ban, but there's a buy station right there, and I honestly think it would be really super cool. Alright, number 6 on my list. This is a real controversial one, because I know a lot of people really do not like traps. And I know my energy kind of changed right now, but it's kind of like I just drank a Monster. I really just drank a Monster, guys. Sorry. But yeah, traps, I feel like it's a super cool thing to have in a game. And here's my reasoning why, is because, you know, if you're a different type of style player, and you're not like a really aggressive player, and your only way to fend off a player is literally using a trap because they caught you off guard, or they like spray themselves in your box. I feel traps have always been that type of counter for certain players who are really bad at fighting inside a box. That's pretty much all I got for traps, you know. And yeah, next thing on my list that I want to talk about is lower rarities of the mythic items. So what I want to get into is, you know, Fortnite has these mythic items and they're super cool, and it's really cool to have. So, but the thing is, it'd be so much better if you could get the lower rarity of these items in the game, not just the mythical ones. Because even though the mythic ones are super cool and so much better, obviously they're so much better, but to have a balance, to have shockwaves and the normal grapplers and a chug jug that you can't retake over and over, and a blue drum gun, you know, it would be super cool to have the lower rarities into the game. Because it's not easy for every single player to get the mythic items, so being able to get the lower version of those items in a chest would make the game so much better, in my opinion. Alright guys, next item on my list would be the drift board. In case you didn't play last chapter, right before chapter 2, the hoverboards were still in the game. You know, they were super cool. It was really cool to get around the map. You know, I really enjoyed using these things for so many reasons, because you could do certain things with them. So you would be able to hop super high and get around the map super quick, like so. But yeah, that's pretty much why I want these back in the game, because they were so awesome. They were faster. They were really cool to get around the map with. It was kind of like using a quad crasher, going up in the air and traveling. Alright guys, next thing I want to talk about is, I feel this is a really much needed thing in the game right now, because you know, henchmen and marauders aren't really the funnest thing in the game, when, you know, they ruin your health and they hit, some of them hit you for really much. And, you know, having siphon for marauders and henchmen, that is a much needed thing in the game, because it is really annoying to get attacked by them and not really getting rewarded with much. You don't get shield, you don't get a coal gun as much as you would get from one of the boss henchmen. But, you know, this is a really much needed thing in the game. This should honestly be a top priority in the list, because this is really needed. You know, I'm just so, you know, these are so annoying. There's not much to say. You know, we need a siphon for them. It's either take them out of the game or give us siphon so when we kill them, because it's so annoying in my opinion and they annoy me to the core. Alright guys, next thing on my list that I really feel they should bring back to the game because it was super fun back then is the double pump shotgun meta. Now right as of now you really cannot shoot the double pump because of the delay, but you know, in my opinion, double pumps cannot be as overpowered as they used to, because if you think about it, back then around the seasons, season 3, season 4 and all those, nobody used to build as much as they do now. You know, you go up against people nowadays and they protect themselves from all angles, and it's really hard to use a certain type of shotgun. But let's say you're in a box, right, and somebody pushes inside your box. You know, you got that. If you miss one shotgun shot, you got the second one to take out a sprayer. So please leave a comment down below if you agree. For double shotgun, that's pretty much it. You know, I wish I'd get more into it, but you know, I'm really trying to end this video. I haven't had much experience making these videos, but you know, if this video comes out to be really positive, I'll try my best in improving my video skills and my talking skills. But yeah, let's get right into the next item. Alright guys, for the next item, I really feel they should involve bounce pads, and here's why. Bounce pads were a great method of moving around the map and a great way to do trick shots, and it had a great deal of uses. But one of the main uses I feel was super duper handy was using a bounce pad with the launch pad to get you farther, higher and farther, because you know you're stuck really far in zone, you know, and you want to get really far. This is one of the best ways to do so. So you know, if I really want these unvaulted, is one of the things I really feel will make the game better. Alright guys, let's move right into the next item on the list. Alright guys, another cool thing I feel should be added to the game is something that they added in the double agent mode, but it's something that I was thinking about way before that. So if you play Apex, you obviously know that when you have a weapon in your hand and you could pull out your fist, you were able to have a weapon in your hand, right? So you have a weapon in your hand, and the moment you pull out your pickaxe, you're able to run fast. But the way I'm thinking about it would be more of a tactical sprint, as they have in COD. You move fast for a small amount of time, and then you start moving slow again, as I just did right now. It'd be super cool. It'd make the game move along more smoothly, a lot more faster. Okay, guys, this one could go many other directions, but I really feel this should be a thing. Being able to use your minis up to 75. So let's say the reason I feel you should be able to use mini shields up to 75% health is because when you get minis off the bat, when you like land and you find minis and you find, it's always gonna spawn with 3, obviously. So you find minis and you find them with 3, you were able to use 75 your shield, and you have that extra 25% to get you through the beginning of the game. Some people that, you know, there's some people that they're more fortunate, more likely to get better RNG. You know, they find more shield, they're literally 200 health, and you're at a huge disadvantage. You know, being able to use all 3 of your mini shields would make it a lot better. You know, if you guys understand me, you guys land, you find 3 mini shields, but you're only allowed to use 2, and then there's that other person who finds 2 half pots, or a stack of minis and a half pot, and you know, they're at a higher advantage than you, and being able to use 75% shields would help you so much in the beginning of the game. Alright guys, this will be one of the final things on my list that I really want to talk about, and bringing these back into the map, because I feel like there are super cool things in which the community was one thing that the community was able to take part in and create, and that was the block. Having the block back then was super amazing because you had people create some of the coolest things. I don't know if you ever looked at I don't know if you played before chapter 2 and see the creations that people use at the block, but it was super cool. It was super amazing seeing all the creations from the community in the Fortnite map. There were some people that would go above and beyond and put things that would help you collect mats super quick, and it was super amazing to play on them, dude. It was amazing. In my opinion, I feel it's one of the coolest things they should bring back. Another thing I feel they should bring back would be the drone hotspots. And if you didn't play around season 9 above, well, season 9 210, they had these drones that would have weapons that you could shoot, and it was like a hotspot. So you shoot that drone down, it would have like a really good weapon, or sometimes, you know, sometimes the weapons would be really bad. And yeah, one of the final things on my list, guys. I have more, you know. It's things that I thought about back in the time when I was playing. That I feel would make Fortnite fun again. But you know, there are things I didn't write down to remember. I'll probably make a part 2 if I remember most of these things that will make Fortnite fun again. If you agree with my opinion, let me know down in the comments below. Subscribe if you're new. I would really appreciate it. Leave a like if you enjoyed. It's been Mario Skies, and I'm out.